This is Virtuos, chess noob, learning and having fun with chess. The Englund Gambit is Black's way of responding to the Queen's Pawn opening 1d4 by saying, no, I am not going to play an orderly game, and immediately throwing a grenade into the center of the board. I absolutely love this opening against 1d4. Have a look at this game. I had the black pieces and my opponent led with 1d4, the Queen's Pawn opening. And as mentioned, not today. Immediate e5, asking the question, what are you going to do? Now, pretty much the only good move for white is, in fact, to accept the gambit and immediately attack that pawn with the knight. So knight c6, very commonly they'll develop their knight. Queen now to e7, and in this position it is in fact the best move by white to develop the other knight. And one of the opening ideas in the Englund Gambit is if you are allowed to capture back the pawn, it's often a good idea to do so. So take, and here my opponent makes a serious mistake. So they play bishop g5, ostensibly counter-attacking my queen, ostensibly defended by their knight. What am I going to do? Have a quick look at this position. Can you see why it's a straight up blunder, almost -5? The reason for that is knight captures knight, comes with check. This pawn is pinned, so white is in fact forced to capture with that pawn, so they can't even escape to this square. So they take, and now queen captures bishop. And this is one of the things that just happens in the Englund Gambit. It really does catch the Queen's Pawn opening player, 1d4 player, off guard. And here I am straight up a piece. So maybe white has a little bit of compensation from the perspective that they're a little bit more developed, but not really. So the goal here for black is quite simple. So this game did go on for about 40 odd moves, but really the strategy from now on is to develop, try not to stuff up, try not to lose any pieces, and then move towards an end game up a piece. And that's basically what I tried to do. So they attack the queen, that's fine. Move the queen to sort of the center of the board where it's fairly safe. Nothing from the opponent's position allows them to attack my queen. They sort of fianchetto their bishop. I now develop my bishop, pinning the knight to the king. They sort of ask the question of what is my bishop doing? Well, my bishop wants to trade pieces. So absolutely take. They take back, queen captures that pawn now with check. Now, obviously, I can't take that rook. It is defended, but no, this forces the opponent to lose the turn. In fact, they have to move their king unless they want to trade queens, and so they can't even castle the king now. Develop, when I have the opportunity, they push, short castles. King is now nice and safe. Continue to sort of try to make some threats. So here, potentially I can capture that pawn. They move sort of the king, you know, because it was in check. Now take, take, take. Another couple of pieces traded, and I even won a pawn. Opponent now sort of brings their queen over, and I thought this is always fine. With the king in that position, I can always potentially force a queen trade, and I thought I would do that at some point. However, first, open up sort of the diagonal for my bishop, so it allows me to win a bit of tempo. Now I can take that pawn. They move their king out of the way, and here I thought, look, before they sort of, you know, try to get a little bit of extra, have enough time to do a bit of a counterattack, I immediately force and ask the question to trade queens. They don't want to trade queens wide array, but that's fine. I forced the queen trade. Of course, that was check, so they have to respond. And now that pawn's defended. So I've got 2 rooks, they've got 2 rooks, but I am up a piece with a full bishop and also have some additional pawns as well. In fact, 3 extra pawns, so completely winning. And the next little bit here now is really just trying to try to take advantage. So open up, come on, let's trade rooks. They double up the rooks, that's fine. Let's trade, I'm perfectly okay with that. Attack the rook. Here they want to attack, that's fine. Push. And, here I've got 3 passed pawns, holding hands, moving forward. I use the rook here to defend the B pawn. These 2 should now be able to continue marching forward. So there we go. The opponent tries to sort of bring, maybe their king and their rook to stop promotion. That's fine. Rook here, basically very difficult to prevent this now. King moves forward, that's fine. I'm now going to force a trade of rooks, and being so many pawns up, perfectly happy to sacrifice one of my pawns to get rid of their last rook, which is basically what I did. They take, and now the king's too far away. My king should be able to come to defend these pawns, as you can see. There we go. And the opponent now is really, they've got nothing they can really do. They make one final move. And here they opt to resign. Good game. These 2 pawns are passed pawns. Their king has no ability to stop one or both from promoting. Good game. The big takeaway from this game is that Queen's Pawn opening players must learn to respond to the Englund Gambit. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.